Alright, good morning. We will be doing ratio and proportion today. We'll be doing ratio and proportion today. And I think this is one of the simplest thing to also expect in your numeracy. Okay. So let's begin with our first example. Let's begin with our first example. Opanka and Kwame shared oranges in the ratio 2:3. If the total oranges shared is 30, how many did each get? So we have this question. It says that Opanka and Kwame shared oranges in a ratio 2:3. If the total oranges shared is 30, how many did each get? Okay, so this one, it is very simple. So when you are given a ratio question, you'll be given the names too. Now, if you look at the name, you have Opanka and Kwame. So Opanka is the first name, Kwame is the second name. This is Opanka, first name. This is Kwame, second. If you look at the ratio, this is 2, this is 3. And so the first name will take the first ratio, the second will take the second ratio. If there was a third name, the third person would have taken the third ratio. And so if you look at this, Opanka is to 2, Kwame is to 3. Are you okay? Now when you are solving a ratio question, make sure you add the ratio to 2. So the total ratio is 5. 2 plus 3, right? Good. Now if you want to find how much Opanka got, it is Opanka's ratio. So Opanka's share is equal to Opanka's ratio over the total ratio, which is 2 plus 3. Get it? Times the total oranges was about 30. So when you do this, you will get 12, right? Good. So Opanka have 12 oranges. Now let's go to what Kwame. For Kwame's share, you got the Kwame's ratio, which is 3, and the total, which is 5, times the number of oranges that was shared is 30. So this you get what? 18. So it means that Kwame also had 18 oranges. Simple as that. It's very simple. Okay, so always the first name will take the first ratio, second will take the second, third will take third, fourth will take fourth, fifth will take the fifth ratio. Are you okay? Okay, now let's look at this question. Let's say Opanka and let's say Adepa, Opanka and Ya shared 10,000 Ghana cedis in the ratio 3:4:3. How much did each get? How much did each get? Alright, so if you look at this question, Adepa, Opanka and Ya shared 10,000 Ghana cedis in the ratio 3:4:3. How much did each get? And so to begin, let's go to Adepa's share. Adepa's ratio is 3. I told you always the first name will take the first ratio, second will take. So Opanka's ratio will be 4, Ya will be 3. Adepa will be 3, Opanka will be 4, Ya will be 3. So Adepa's share is 3. So you take the 3 over the total ratio. So you add all of them. 3 plus 4 plus 3 is 10. So here will be 10 times the money shared was 10,000. Alright, so you do this, you will get 3,000 Ghana cedis. So it means that the pack had 3,000 Ghana cedis out of 10,000. Now let's go to OPANKA's share. OPANKA's share. OPANKA's share will be what? OPANKA's ratio is 4. So 4 over 10 times what? 10,000. Right? Good. So when you do, you get what? 4,000. So OPANKA had 4,000 Ghana cedis. Now let's go to Ya. So Ya's share is equal to 3 over 10 times 10,000, which will give you what? 3,000. Are you okay? So this is simple. It's very simple, right? It's so simple. Okay, let's go to another question. Lizzie Adepa and Gloria shared some money in the ratio 2:3:5. If Gloria had 5,000 Ghana cedis. If Gloria had 5,000 Ghana cedis, how much was shared? How much was shared, or the total amount shared? How much did Lizzie and Adepa get? Did Lizzie and Adepa get? What percentage of the total money did Adepa get? What fraction of the total money did Gloria get? Okay, so now you have this question. Lizzie Adepa and Gloria shared some money in a ratio 2:3:5. If Gloria had 5,000 Ghana cedis, how much was shared? How much did Lizzie and Adepa get? What percentage of the total money did Adepa get? What fraction of the total money did Gloria get? Okay, so with this question, Lizzie's ratio is 2, Adepa's ratio is 3, and Gloria's ratio is 5. Now, if you look at this question, we were not given the total money shared, but they gave us the amount that one of them received, right? Good. And so we can use that to calculate the total money share. So how do you do that? So let's solve. So we can use Gloria, since they gave us Gloria share, we can use Gloria's share to find how much that, or the total money that they share. So you do it by, you take Gloria's share. Gloria's share is what? Is 5, right? So 5 over the total ratio, which is 10. 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 5 is 10. Over 10 times, most of the times when, if you look at the previous example, we always multiply by the total money or the total object we are sharing. We always multiply by the total we are sharing. Like, look at this question, we weren't given the total, so let's say x is our total. So times x is our total. Times x is our total, which is equal to 5,000. Is equal to 5,000 because this is Gloria's share. And so if there was a total, we would have multiplied the total by this, we would have had 5,000. But we weren't given the total, and so 5 over 10 times x equals total. And so you tell the examiner that let x be the total. Let x be the total. And so you do simple math calculation. You get, when you do this, you get 5x is equal to 50,000. And so you divide both sides by 5, here by 5. So you get x equal to 10,000 Ghana cedis. And so the total money shared, so the total money share, so the total money share is 10,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, so it was out of this 10,000 Ghana cedis that Gloria had 5,000. Okay, are we okay now? So now you've answered the question. So anytime you are given the question and you don't have, and they don't give you the total money, you can use one of them to find the total. So with this one, they gave us Gloria. They gave us Gloria. Gloria had 5,000. So you can use Gloria. You can use Gloria's ratio. And so 5 over the total ratio is 10 times x equal to Gloria's money. But we told the examiner that let x be the total. And so when the examiner is marking your paper and then he or she sees x, he or she will know that, okay, then it is the total that you've represented with x. Good. And so 5 over 10 times x equal to 5,000. So you do simple calculation, you get x to be 10,000. So the total money shared is 10,000. Now let's go to how much did Lizzie get and how much did Adipa get. So let's go to Lizzie. Let's go to Lizzie. So Lizzie's share. Lizzie's ratio was what? Lizzie's ratio was 2. Lizzie's ratio was 2. So 2 over the total ratio, which is 10, times the total. Now we know our total to be 10,000. So we can just multiply 10,000, which you get what? 2,000 Ghana cedis. Are we okay? Alright, so now let's go to Adipa. Adipa's share. Adipa's share. Now, if you look at this question, Adipa's share is 3, right? So 3 over 10 times 10,000. And so 3 over 10 times 10,000, which will give you 3,000 Ghana cedis. 3,000 Ghana cedis. So it means Adipa had 3,000. And so you can see that Adipa had 3,000, Lizzie had 2,000, Gloria had 5,000. So when you add these three, you get the 10,000 that they what? They share. Okay, good. Now let's go to I. Okay, with I, is it what percentage of the total money did Adipa get? What percentage of the total money did Adipa get? Adipa got what, 3,000. Hmm? What percentage of the total, so of the total is 10,000 times 100%, because it is what, it is a percentage, right? Good. And so when you do, you get 30%. 30%, it means that the got 30%, right? Okay, now IV. What fraction of the total money did Gloria get? Okay, what did Gloria get? Gloria got 5,000. Gloria got 5,000. Okay, what fraction of the total? Of the total, okay. So over 10,000. So it's fraction, and so let's say we cancel 5 over. So we get 1 over 2. So 1 over 2, that's half. And so what fraction of the total money Gloria got was half. Gloria got half of the money. Okay. Alright, so if they ask you what was the difference between Adepa's share and Lizzie's share, it's just simple. You just subtract Lizzie's share from Adepa. Lizzie's share is 2,000 and Adepa is what? Is 5,000. So 5,000 minus 2,000 is 3,000. You get it? So they can ask you from basic questions that what was the total money received by Lizzie and Adepa. So you just add 2,000 plus 3,000. It is very simple. You get it? Okay. So now let's solve just one question and then we can go to proportion. Let's just solve one question and then. Okay, let's say Opanka and Adepa shared some oranges they bought from the market. If Opanka had 40 oranges, how many did Adepa get? Now assuming they shared the oranges in the ratio 4:5. Assuming they shared the oranges in the ratio 4:5. Okay, so with this question we say Opanka and Adepa shared some oranges they bought from the market. If Opanka had 40 oranges, how many did Adepa get? Assuming they share the oranges in the ratio. So now with this, we weren't given the total orange share, so we have to calculate the total orange share. That's the first thing you have to do. If you are given the question and then you are not given the total orange share, make sure before you even start everything, you calculate your total orange share. And so they've given us what Opanka had. And so Opanka, this is Opanka, and then this is Adepa, and this is the ratio 4:5. So it means Opanka's ratio is 4, and Adepa is what? 5. So now let's calculate our total. So solution. So we tell the examiner, let X be the total oranges share. Okay. So if Opanka's ratio is 4, so 4 over the total, which is 9. 4 plus 5 is 9, right? Okay. Times X is equal to 40, right? Is equal to 40. And so, simple calculation, you get 4x is equal to, this will multiply this one. And so we get is it 360? Yeah, 360. So divide both sides by 4, here by 4. And so you get x to be 90. X to be 90. And so it means the total oranges share, the total oranges share is equal to 90. Good. Now let's go to now we know the total oranges shared. Now let's look at how many Adepa got. Okay, Adepa's ratio, so Adepa's share is equal to 5. The total ratio is what? Is 9 times the total oranges shared is what? 90. So it means that Adepa got what? 50. Adepa got 50 oranges. Are we okay? Good. And so Opanka got 40, Adepa got 50. So if they ask you what fraction of the total oranges did Adepa get? What fraction of the total oranges did Adepa get? Adepa got 50, so it will be 50 over 90. What percentage of the total orange did Adepa get? It will be 50 over 90 times 100. What fraction of the total oranges did Opanka get? What fraction of the total oranges did Opanka get? The Opanka share, which is 40 over the total, which is 90. What percentage of the the total oranges did Opanka get? It will be 40 over the 90 times 100%. Are you okay? Good. Okay, so if they ask you what's the difference between their share, it will just be 50 minus 40. 50 minus 40. Or how much more did Adepa get than Opanka? How much more did Adepa get than Opanka? It's just 50 minus 40. Adepa got 10 more oranges than Opanka. Simple as that. So this is the ratio. So we shall treat the proportion later.